Welcome students in today's class of the very first chapter in business studies. Today we are going to discuss regarding the business as an economic activity. Why business is considered to be an economic activity. So what are the reasons behind? These are the reasons which will be discussed one after another. We will discuss regarding the profit motive that makes business an economic activity, creation of utilities, which is another reason which makes business as an economic activity, considers business as an economic activity. And in utilities, we are going to discuss about the three type of utilities: form utility, time utility, and place utility, which are most essential elements which need to be discussed thoroughly in order to consider business as an economic activity. Now let us proceed our discussion within a minute. Well, students, so far economic activity is concerned, we have discussed earlier that any activity which is conducted, which is performed for creation of money, for making money income, for earning livelihood, which is done with a profit earning motive, is considered to be an economic activity. And in business, we discussed that in business we are going to perform the activities which are related to purchases, which are related to production, which are related to sales, which are related to marketing and distribution of the goods and services to the ultimate consumers, to the ultimate individuals. And all these activities regarding purchases, production, sales, distribution of the goods and services is done with a profit earning motive. And such activity most probably is done on a regular basis. If all these features that we discussed in our previous class possessed in a particular activity, then it is considered to be a business. So as business has the sole purpose, sole intention to generate profit, it is considered to be an economic activity, as we discussed. But today we are going to understand the fact in detail that what are the different factors, what are the different aspects which are going to perform or consider business as an economic activity. What makes business an economic activity? So we discussed here that there are 2 points, 2 major elements that makes business an economic activity. First is the profit earning motive. Second is the creation of utilities. So here utilities, the term utilities symbolizes what? Symbolizes power of satisfying needs. Power of satisfying needs. That you must have studied in economics in the very beginning. Utilities means power to satisfy human wants. Power to satisfy human wants. Now, we are going to discuss the profit motive. Here, the main motive of every business concern, the main motive of every business entity is to earn income, is to earn profit, is to earn money. And the return that comes to the organizations after dedicating the efforts, after dedicating the services, providing the goods, providing the services to the ultimate consumers, to the ultimate users. And this reward, this return, the income, the money that comes to you after the exchange or sale of the goods and services is done in business is considered to be what? Is considered to be the profit. So what a profit is? First, it is important to understand the term profit. So profit here symbolizes, profit here signifies the excess amount over the cost of production. कोई गुड्स को बनाने के लिए एक लागत लगती है, एक खर्च लगता है, अगर किसी चीज को बनाने में लैंड, लेबर, कैपिटल, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, फैक्टर, रॉ मटेरियल्स, इनपुट, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, जनरेटर्स, जो भी चीजें उसमें लगती हैं, गुड्स को, फैक्टर्स जो यूज होती हैं उसको प्रोड्यूस करने के लिए, इन फैक्टर्स को बेस्ट वे में कंबाइन करने के बाद जब हम उसको फर्निश करते हैं, फिनिश गुड्स में कन्वर्ट करते हैं, मीनिंगफुल गुड्स में, तो ऐसे गुड्स को हम मॉनेटरी वैल्यू में, मॉनेटरी टर्म्स में एस्टिमेट करते हैं। तो जो कॉस्ट टोटल इनकर हुआ है, जो लागत लगी है उस गुड्स को बनाने में, उसे हम कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन बोलते हैं। सो इफ द कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन इज 8 रुपीज, किसी चीज को बनाने की लागत अगर 8 रुपए होती है, एंड इफ द अमाउंट that is set for selling the goods, promoting the goods ultimately to the consumers is 10 rupees, means the sale price is 10 rupees. This means we are getting additional 2 rupees over the cost of production. Cost is 8 rupees, sale value is 10 rupees, so we are getting additional 2 rupees as a return, as an income, and that money income that comes to us over the cost of production is known as profit. So here, wealth acquisition, creation of wealth is the sole motto, sole intention, primary intention of every individual. If any activity which is done with this profit earning motive is considered to be an economic activity. And here business, as I told you, is also an activity of sale and exchanges, sale or exchanges of goods and services, which is done on a regular basis for earning money income. And this money income can be considered to be the profit. So the motive of conducting, motive of performing the business activity is considered to be profit motive. And it is goal oriented, I mean economic in perception, economic in concept. So such economic activities which are conducted with a profit earning motive, say business, and secondly, the business activity basically not only aims to create the profit, इसका सोल उद्देश्य, एकमात्र उद्देश्य पैसा कमाना नहीं होता है. The secondary prospect is wealth creation. So when the profit will come to you, come to your business on a regular basis, on a sequential basis, gradually, slowly, a time will come when a huge amount of wealth will be created, huge amount of fund will be created. And this fund and this amount will be spent, this amount of finance will be utilized by the company concerned for the sake of what? For the sake of development, growth, and expansion of the company concern. तो प्रॉफिट मोटिव होना बहुत जरूरी है. बिजनेस को इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी क्यों कहा गया? क्योंकि इसमें सबसे पहला जो फीचर है, जो नेचर है, इसका कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स है, वो क्या है? प्रॉफिट मोटिव. And the survival, the growth, the expansion of the company concern depends upon creation of the wealth. वेल्थ क्रिएशन से ही हम अपने को सरवाइव कर पाएंगे, हमारी संस्था सरवाइव कर पाएगी और लॉन्ग टर्म तक सस्टेन कर पाएगी. तो वेल्थ क्रिएशन कैसे पॉसिबल होगा इफ प्रॉफिट मोटिव इज एब्सेंट? तो हम ऐसा नहीं सोच सकते कि प्रॉफिट मोटिव नहीं है और वो बिजनेस है. एनी एक्टिविटी which where profit motive is absent, we cannot consider that activity as a business activity. So business activity is considered to be an economic activity because the first element that is present in business is the profit motive. Now, move to the very second point, creation of utilities. Utilities का मतलब क्या है? हमने अभी बताया कि यूटिलिटीज का मतलब है पावर टू सेटिस्फाई ह्यूमन वांट्स और ह्यूमन नीड्स. इंसान की जरूरतों को पूरा कर पाने की क्षमता रखता है अगर कोई चीज. इंसान की रिक्वायरमेंट्स को संभवतः पूरा करने की क्षमता अगर किसी चीज में हो, किसी एक्टिविटी में हो, किसी गुड्स में हो, किसी कॉमोडिटी में हो, किसी सर्विसेज में हो, तो उसे फुल ऑफ यूटिलिटी कहा जाएगा या फुल फ्लेज्ड यूटिलिटी कहा जाएगा. तो यूटिलिटी क्या है? वो क्षमता है संतुष्टि प्रदान करने का, संतुष्ट करने की क्षमता को हम यूटिलिटी कहते हैं. So second most important element is creation of utilities. So business activities results in creation of utilities. Business activities basically are related to those activities which ultimately gives the conclusion to generate and create the utilities in the products, maybe in the form of goods, maybe in the form of services. So generally the businessman creates the utilities in what? In their product, in their goods, in their services, so that when consumers will demand for the goods or services or their product, after consumption they will feel satisfied. If you will not feel satisfied as a consumer, if you purchase any goods or service from the market by paying some amount of money, then of course you will be dissatisfied, and further you will not demand for that particular product. So if you want to continue demanding, if you want to consume the product, you must have to see first, or you must first inspect. आप ये जांचते हैं, परखते हैं कि क्या मैं इस गुड्स को परचेज करूंगा या सर्विसेज को परचेज करूंगा तो मुझे सेटिस्फेक्शन मिलेगा. So when you assure yourself as a consumer that yes, by paying 10 rupees, if I am consuming a kurkure packet, it is going to satisfy me. If it you feel as if it is useless, then of course you will not purchase, and the goods and services will not be consumed by the consumer. There will be no demand in the market. No supply of the goods will be there in the market. So no exchanges will be done, no production will be done, no supply will be done. There will be no business, you can say. So the first thing, second thing after the profit motive is what? Is your creation of utility. So it is utmost necessary segment for the business concerns that they need to inherit, they need to put all type of satisfactory elements in the product, in the goods, in the services, so that the consumers will get themselves satisfied after consuming the product, as they pay for that product in return. And now the question arises, sir, what type of utilities? What are the type of utilities that is to be inherited by the business concern in the products? Yes, there are three type of utilities: form utility, time utility, and place utility. These are the three elements. These three type of utilities need to be put in a product, put in a good or say services, so that it will ultimately satisfy the consumers, and consumers will like to prefer your product, they will like to continue purchasing your product, the sale will continue, the production will continue, the entire business cycle will continue. So what are these three utilities? Now discuss in details. Form utility: when inputs like raw material, inputs like land, labor, capital, organization, electricity, raw materials like fuel, these are all in the raw form, in the primary form. They need to be converted, they need to be processed, they need to be changed into meaningful form. So what type of form you have to give, you have to provide to the products, to the goods, to the services? It depends upon the nature of business. If I am a shoe making company, then my ingredients, my inputs will be the sole, the leather, the laces, the color, texture. So I will have to stitch the shoes according to the preferences of the customer, according to the type and need of the customer. I have to analyze the market and understand the requirement, which form, which type, in which shape, in which size public is going to demand from me, from my organization. So this type of decisions are basically taken by the business concern. So firstly, we have to decide that what type, what form of satisfaction is to be inherited, is to be put in the product, so that the consumers are going to demand for the product. Now the changes are conversion of the raw material into finished goods. Here we are going to convert, I said that the raw material or the input or the primary type of resources into meaningful goods and services. So a businessman basically converts what? The raw materials into finished goods and makes it purposeful, makes it useful, makes it meaningful in look wise, in size wise, in pattern wise, in texture wise. So this type of form is to be generated by the business concerns, by the businessmen, so that they can be demanded by the consumers, so that the products can be demanded continuously by the consumers. It must possess all type of features which will attract the consumers. So this is the first element in the form of utility, that is form utility. Secondly, we are going to discuss about the time utility. This is another type of utility which we have to keep in mind while creating the utilities. So basically goods, when we talk about the time element, time utility, so goods are basically not consumed immediately. ऐसा नहीं है कि हम अभी गुड्स को प्रोड्यूस करते हैं और तुरंत जो है गुड्स वो कंज्यूम हो जाता है. नो, नॉट लाइक दैट. So goods are not consumed immediately when they are produced. जब उसे प्रोड्यूस किया जाता है तो इमीडिएटली वो कंज्यूम कभी नहीं होता. जनरली देयर इज अ टाइम गैप. वहां पे क्या है? एक टाइम गैप है प्रोडक्शन और कंजम्पशन के बीच, प्रोडक्शन और कंजम्पशन ऑफ द गुड्स के बीच. सो द गैप बिटवीन द प्रोडक्शन एंड द कंजम्पशन ऑफ गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज generally exists in real practice. So here some goods are to be produced in a particular season. When we talk about the rice, the TV, the cooler, the ACs. So these are such type of goods, refrigerators. These are such type of goods which are only demanded in a particular season. But it does not mean that there will be production of such goods and services in that particular season only. No. The production goes on in a continuous basis throughout the year. पूरे साल इन गुड्स का प्रोडक्शन होता रहता है. लेकिन ये गुड्स डिमांड में कब आते हैं, ये गुड्स यूज कब होते हैं? पर्टिकुलर सीजन में, समर सीजन में. सो डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ गुड्स आर देयर. You must have been taught by your economics teacher in the very first chapter, the type of goods in economics. So there are different type of goods. Some are seasonal goods which are produced throughout the year but are consumed in a particular season. Secondly, if we are talking about wheat, rice, pulses, these are those goods which are consumed throughout the year and production is also throughout the year. There is a less time gap, nominal time gap, or say no time gap, when consumption of such goods is done and production of the goods is done. So there is a variation. So whenever we are going to undergo the survey analysis of the entire market, what we do? We try to understand the need of the consumer. What type of goods are we going to produce? What type of products are we going to manufacture? Which type of demand exists for those goods and services in the market? Whether it is seasonal, whether it is regular. So it depends. So businessman, when finds that there is a time gap between the production and the consumption of the goods, what they do? They basically store the goods where? In the warehouses. And such goods are supplied continuously whenever there is a demand in the market by ultimate consumers. And by storing such goods and services, not services, physically available goods, tangible items, say goods, in the warehouses, the businessman helps to eliminate the gap of time. वो क्या करता है? इस टाइम गैप को रिमूव करने के लिए, एलिमिनेट करने के लिए गुड्स को स्टोर करता है. कहां स्टोर करता है? वेयर हाउसेस में स्टोर करता है. वेयर हाउसेस में स्टोर करने से गुड्स की अवेलेबिलिटी बनी रहती है. जब भी डिमांड क्रिएट होता है कंज्यूमर्स डिमांड क्रिएट करते हैं, ऑर्डर करते हैं, तुरंत गुड्स का क्या होता है, सप्लाई हो जाता है। तो इस तरह से हम जो टाइम का गैप है प्रोडक्शन और कंजम्पशन के बीच, ये हम एलिमिनेट कर पाते हैं। तो ये एक टाइप का सेटिस्फैक्शन है जो हम कंज्यूमर्स को प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं। व्हेनेवर दे आर डिमांडिंग, इमीडिएटली द गुड्स आर अवेलेबल। सो the time utility is a second another perception, second another element which is important form of utility, which is to be kept in mind by the business concerns while creating the utilities. Now move to the third form of utility, that is place utility. What is this place utility? Suppose we are manufacturing the goods and supplying the goods in the entire UP. Production is conducted from Balia district. Manufacturing unit is in Balia district. So is it necessary that the products that will be manufactured will not be consumed by the people living in Mau, living in Lucknow, living in Kanpur? No. Anyone can consume the product, anyone can buy the product if the goods are available at their locality, at their doorstep. So here there is a gap, just like the time gap, here there is a place gap, that manufacturing is done at one place and consumption is done at some other places like Kanpur, Lucknow and some other areas, some other districts. So this time gap is same as the place gap, or place gap is same as the time gap. It is a gap, it is a deviation, it is a problem. It creates dissatisfaction if goods will not be available to the consumers on demand. So the place gap is to be removed, is to be eliminated. To conduct the business smoothly, to run the business regularly on a continuous basis with efficiency and effectiveness, with satisfaction. So here the elimination of such gaps becomes very significant, very important. And we do what? We conduct distribution activity of goods and services. We conduct distribution of the goods, distribution of the services from one place to another place, from one distributor to another distributor. You can say from the wholesaler to the retailer in different districts, in different areas. And this type of distribution eliminates the gap of place. And it is another type of utility which is to be focused, which is to be kept in mind and dealt with, handled with, while the business concerns are going to create the utilities in their product. Now we are going to discuss about the third element, that is exchange of goods and services. So economic activities basically are related to the sale and purchases of the goods and services. It always aims towards profit orientation. It always aims towards what? Earning money by selling, exchanging the goods or services. So here the business activity results in what? Results in sales, results in distribution, results in exchanges of goods and services for the sake of earning profit. So the third element is exchanges of goods and services need to be done. So when in any activity which is economic activity, third is the sale of, sales or exchanges goods or services. So here these three elements, any activity, any economic activity which includes profit motive, which includes creation of utilities, which includes sales. When all these three elements are present in an economic activity, then such an activity is basically considered to be business. So business is treated as an economic activity. So students, दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द डिस्कशन रिगार्डिंग बिजनेस एज एन इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी। बिजनेस को इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी कंसीडर किया गया है, और बिजनेस इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी क्यों है, तो इन्हीं 3 कारणों की वजह से है। क्योंकि इसमें प्रॉफिट मोटिव है, क्योंकि ये यूटिलिटीज को क्रिएट करता है, जिसमें फॉर्म यूटिलिटी है, टाइम यूटिलिटी है, प्लेस यूटिलिटी है, और इसके अलावा हम इसमें एक्सचेंजेस कंडक्ट करते हैं, सेल एंड परचेजेस कंडक्ट करते हैं, किसका, गुड्स का और सर्विसेज का। इसके साथ हम आगे बढ़ते हैं। इन फर्दर डिस्कशन वी विल डिस्कस रिगार्डिंग द ऑब्जेक्टिव्स ऑफ बिजनेस। ऑब्जेक्टिव्स ऑफ बिजनेस क्या है? सो फॉर ऑब्जेक्टिव्स इज कंसर्न, जब हम कहते हैं ऑब्जेक्टिव, तो ऑब्जेक्टिव्स का क्या मतलब होता है? एम, पर्पस, गोल। सो ऑब्जेक्टिव्स आर बेसिकली are the end results, are the end towards which the activities of the business are directed। सारी एक्टिविटीज किधर डायरेक्टेड हैं, किस दिशा में जा रहे हैं? तो जो दिशा होता है, अंतर्गत जो परिणाम होता है, जिसके लिए हम सारे एक्टिविटीज को परफॉर्म करते हैं, कोलैबोरेट करते हैं, इंटीग्रेट करते हैं, एकजुट करते हैं एक पर्टिकुलर डायरेक्शन में, एक पर्टिकुलर दिशा में, उसे हम ऑब्जेक्टिव कहते हैं। तो ऑब्जेक्टिव्स क्या हैं? आर द end towards which the activities are directed in an organization, in a business concern। तो आखिर बिजनेस का ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या है? सो बेसिकली देयर आर द गोल्स विच आर एस्टैब्लिश्ड। ये जो गोल्स हैं, ये जो पर्पस है, ये जो एम है, ये जो ऑब्जेक्टिव्स हैं, इनको एस्टैब्लिश क्यों किया गया है? इन ऑर्डर टू क्रिएट एफर्ट्स, एफर्ट्स को क्रिएट करने के लिए। किसके एफर्ट्स को? इंडिविजुअल्स के एफर्ट्स को। when all the individuals will put their effort in a common direction, then the purpose of the organization will be accomplished। that is the aim, that is the goal, that is the objective of the organization। तो हमें इसको अब डिटेल में जानना है कि सर क्या है, एम क्या है, किसी भी संस्था को एस्टैब्लिश होने के पीछे पर्पस क्या है, रीजन क्या है, गोल क्या है, ऑब्जेक्टिव्स क्या है, क्यों महत्वपूर्ण है इस संस्था, किस लिए काम कर रही है। So now when we are going to discuss about the objectives, one thing comes into mind primarily। सबसे पहले दिमाग में हमारे एक चीज आती है, सर प्रॉफिट मोटिव। यस ऑफ कोर्स, अर्निंग प्रॉफिट, generating profit, generating, creating money income is very important, and it is the prime objective, it is the most significant objective of every organization। but it, although it is primary objective, or although it is the main objective, but we cannot say that ये सब कुछ है। it is not the sole and only objective, only purpose of the business। ऐसा नहीं है कि एकमात्र हमारा पर्पस है फायदा कमाना, नहीं, फायदा ही हर चीज नहीं है, सोल पर्पस नहीं है। यस, आई एग्री that profit is the most significant element for a business। if there will be no profit, means there will be no survival। हमारा एग्जिस्टेंस क्वेश्चनेबल हो जाएगा, हमारा सर्वाइव करना इम्पॉसिबल हो जाएगा अगर प्रॉफिट एब्सेंट होता है। बिकॉज वॉट एवर कम्स टू अस फॉर आवर कंट्रीब्यूशन, for our dedication, for our efforts of the organization, is the profit that it comes to the organization as a reward, as a return, and that is the only tool through which we can utilize this profit in a purposeful way, in a prospective way, so that growth can become possible, expansion can become possible, achievements will come to the organization। So business objectives are basically classified in 3 segments। There are 3 types of objectives of a business entity that will be discussed in details in your upcoming classes। First is economic objective। Economic objectives। First, second, social objective, and the third essential element, that is The human or individual objective. Human or individual objectives. Objectives of business. So here you can say that there are basically three type of objectives of an organization. That is economic objective, second is social objective, and third is human or individual objective. All these points are very significant. This will be explained to you in the upcoming classes, in the next class. I agree that along with these three essential elements, there is another and most primary and first element, that is profit motive. That is profit motive, which is the fuel of the entire organization. In the absence of this profit, it is never possible that we can just sustain, we can continue our business on a regular basis. Our survival will become questionable in the absence of profit motive. So after this, there are three segments, that is economic, social, and human element. These are the three main objectives which are to be present in any business for conducting, for continuing our business. Till then, thank you for actively participating in this lecture. Lastly, I would request you to go through the NCERT book, read it multiple times, go through the facts, go through the concepts, read it thoroughly. Develop the habit of reading and coming to the class. When you read and come to the class, everything comes to you in a different way, according to the explanations given by your lectures, given by your teachers. The things will come to you positively. It will become interesting. Curiosity will be generated to understand more and more if you come to the classroom, join the classroom after going through your textbooks. So it is very important and very significant to go through NCERT textbook. That is the only prescribed and best book that can make you completely aware about the syllabus, about the text, about the concepts. Well, see you in the next class, and we will continue our lecture in the next class regarding objectives of management. Till then, thank you.